Welcome back, friends, to Timberborn. If you saw my first episode, then you'll know I'm very new to content creation. And it was a pretty long video, went over an hour. I think that's one of the challenges with doing Timberborn. It takes a long time to do and achieve anything, but that's part of its chilled out nature. So I created a video, one which was 30 minutes long, one that was over an hour. We're going to see which one comes out best. Do you guys prefer the long one? Do you prefer the short one? What does that look like? This is all new to me. I've just started in content creation. I've just started in YouTube. I'm excited about it. I've always been intrigued by it and what can be done. So anything you guys can help with to make these videos better, then please feel free to comment at the bottom of the video. So I'm starting to feel that these might actually be better suited for Twitch streams, but we'll see how we go. Where are we? Right, so we started on a new map. I was surprised that the developers had created the water source to only get up to one level. No more water is coming. We've got to create a reservoir out of this. I'm going to have to create a pumping station, but that's hopefully what we're going to achieve in this episode. We're able to store food. We've got housing. We've got food with the mangroves. We've got planted crops. We've got pine trees for the sap. We've got berries to create new beavers. And we have oak trees to create more wood. We've got storage. We've got cogs, planks. So we have the basics of creating a civilization. 50 beaters, they're all working, 2 babies. Let's get started. So, got 104, about 100, 102 logs. We're going to start the reservoir up here. Let's start with these geothermal areas. Okay, so power 160. Oh, we've got plenty of research. Doesn't matter. Okay, goes in. One there. On there. Now, we're going to flood this area. I've got a feeling that's not going to work if it's flooded. So, we're going to need to build this up. It's definitely going to go higher than that, but let's start there. Let's get a levee. Right. Let's think. A water pump. 700 horsepower. 8. Maximum depth of 8. So 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. Then 8 should be the top one. Or is that how it... I'm going to have to build a test. I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough, so let's take out 3 of these. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It could go up another one. Because we have to delete that one too. 1. So I'm counting the tubes because we've got a depth of 8. 8. That's the max height it can be. So 1, not counted. 2, 3, not counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Based on how long it takes to build anything and resources in this game, always practice with a mock-up before you start building these huge things. So as I was editing the short video, I've always known I talk a lot. People have always said I talk too much. But when you're trying to edit a short video from an hour, from 20 down to like 30 minutes, you start to realize actually I probably should shut up a lot more and just focus on playing the game. But I still think it's good to talk about what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. That's all part of what the point of what I'm trying to achieve is. So, one of the things I always end up doing is I overbuild. And the beavers never have enough resource to do it. And the point of this game is management, water management. And I need to remind myself of that right now because building all of this is going to take forever and it's a lot of resources. And if the point is to start water collection as soon as possible, I need to create this barrier and this barrier first. So that's creating power. It's only 400 though, and the water pumps take 700, and I know I'm going to need at least 2. There's another 400 there, which again is nowhere near enough. And this is going to be powering all of this eventually, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm not going to worry about the power creation. I'm just going to focus on getting something working. So I'm going to need to create an aqueduct from here into here. I'm clearing all of this stuff. So okay. Getting some scrap metal. But I'm going to need these. And they need metal bars, so I'm going to need this smelter. I'm going to need to dynamite out this to get as much water as I possibly can in it. So I'm going to need dynamite. factory. Doesn't dynamite need bad water? That's a good point. Is there any bad water on this? What's going on here? Oh, okay. So in 5 days this starts. So that's a good idea. So I'm gonna need a... That could... I wonder if this is just... I wonder if this is gonna flood this area and this turns into a river. If it acts the same way as this one... Well, we'll find out in 5 days what that does, but at least we know bad water is going to create, so I can create dynamite. That would have been terrible if we had no dynamite as well, so that's great. Right. We're going to need treated planks if I want to create the water pumps, so that is again something I'm going to need, which means I'm going to have to build the tapper as well so we can get that. Oh, I knew we were going to run out of research points eventually. Okay, no worries, it's not too far off. We've got loads to do. That was the drought noise. There was no drought. Oh, hold on. Ah. Bad source in 2 days. Okay. Tell you right now from experience, it's not enough. Ah, the beavers are going down. We've got 33. Oh, they're working 24 hours, so they are never going to make more beavers. I probably left that from the drought. Whoops. Okay, well, we've made that 20 hours. So when they finish work, they will put berries in these tubes. We're going to have to open them all up. See, I told you, I obsess over one thing. I forget a small detail. Right, they are off work. There we go. Okay, so we'll get babies soon. Right. We are full of food. We need more food storage. Otherwise, we are just wasting time. So let's build a second level on all of this. And we're going to need platforms. Okay. Right. That one, that one, that one, that one. Mangroves. That one, that one, that one. Berries. That one. That one. Okay. It's all critical at the moment. I don't want to prioritize. Okay, I need to prioritize some of this stuff because we're going to run out of food. So let's do those. Let's do that. And all of this up to there. Because then we can get more food stored, which would be good. Because we are maxed out on all food storage. That's not going to help us in a drought. But we can get a tapas shack now, so let's put that in. Oh, need a beaver in there to plant that pine again. Water storage, we are full, so we should put more in. Need metal bars. Let's not do that to ourselves right now. There. There. And we're going to put this on medium importance. Like that. So we can get more water, we get more food. Okay. Ah, right. Machines. What do we have? Wood shop for the pumps. Dynamite to get more water in. Steel to create the aqueduct. What am I missing? Am I missing anything to achieve this? I think that's what we need right now. You're probably screaming I'm missing something. What I do want to do for now is take the power down here. We don't need this anymore. They are not going to get to that. So we're going to have to delete one of these things to be able to build that, but it's not important now. We're going to have to build something across this path as well, so let's remove this, link up the power, and create. Let's step over it. Okay. It's amazing how you can watch something and be thinking about things and then realise that there are no new trees being planted. That was a big mistake. That was a big mistake. So let's focus a little bit more. Note to self, don't walk away from Timberborn without making sure everything's working as it should be. My bad. So you've just probably been sitting there watching that get worse and worse and screaming, when are you going to turn your forester on? Well, there we go. That's what's happened. So let's have a look. Where are we? Okay. They've built a lot of the storage areas. That's great. We are obviously struggling down here because these guys aren't anywhere. This is all level 2. So that's good. So with that being level 2, we can hold basic water in. We are going to need dynamite. Has that? Ah, okay, it has. The bad water has started, yep. So this one fills and flows. We could utilize this flow to make power. It's a long way. But I could build what I call a power tower around here. My previous video had an example of one. I was on there by mistake, but I create a huge tower and I create waterfalls that cascade down around, which turns wheels in a single location. So that's good to know. So I need dynamite. I'm going to need bad water. This is the only place I can get bad water from. So we need bad water pump. We should probably create a... Oh! Drought in 3 days. I need to abandon this new effort. Let's leave it as that. Right. Okay, what do we need? Gears. Get working immediately. 24-hour work days. That get all of those working, you as well. That's all I can do for the drought. So let's leave that effort alone. And focus on my reservoir. Okay. That's the right height. Okay, it's gonna get messy here. Ah, 5 days. Nothing to worry about. I'm gonna have to check my game settings. I said I played this on hard and we had a 4-day and a 5-day one. I'm not complaining, but I will check the game settings to make sure I didn't make an error on the start of this game. If I did, I'm going to have to mod the game file to make it harder, because it's not going to be a great series if there's no challenges. So if 100% of these beavers die, that's the end of the series. I've decided to make this a permadeath as well. Just trying to get 1,000 beavers is going to take us years. So we'll do a permadeath on this run, which will normally happen when I do something dumb. This is horribly messy. Oh, I've gone too high. What I haven't gone too high on is this. There we go. Get power out of that. And then I'm going to need... this. Get over, and then we're going to have to create stairs up to that level. Then let's create an off path. Go up to this level. And then a path all around this. Pathway. Okay, and then makes sense to I've got to build pathways all around this dam to allow them to build it as quickly as possible. The mistake I see people do on this game all of the time is they'll build a structure like this. They'll build a structure like this, and they only create the pathway around the top. So that means the beavers will only be bringing wood to this one, and then this one, and then this one, and then this one. What you want to do is build a path around the whole base. So when you have a lot of beavers, like I've got lots of builders, they will build logs to this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and it will build it 80% quicker. I mean, it's a huge difference. And these structures are so big. I've had 100 builder workers before building these things. Otherwise, it just takes forever. But for now... Oh, man. You see, I built that in the wrong place now because I built these water butts here. I either have to delete the water butts and have the water come down there. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it there. What I'm doing will make sense later, I promise. But we don't have enough research or dynamite right now to show it. I can talk through it. I'm going to use dynamite here. Down 3 levels. I'm going to dynamite all the way down this path to the water. I'm going to create a sluice at the bottom, and that will drain water slowly out of this in a drought to keep this pond at a good level. Okay, so that's the height. I need that power. I need to use this power too. I need to... How did they do that? I don't know how they did that one. I'm not going to complain. It means I don't need to delete this, but... I don't know how they did that. Okay, fine. We won't worry about that. They did it. That's the main thing. I'm gonna keep all this running priority. We're gonna allow these beavers to breed again. Build that population up. And what you're gonna see is they're gonna start bringing wood to all of this stuff around here and not just focus on the next one. seriously, guys, it takes forever if you play it like that. That's how I got up to 1,000 hours of gameplay, because I just build these huge levees and just leave them to it. Let's try to plan for this water aqueduct that I'm going to need to do. We've got a lot of research points now, so we should be in a good position to do that. I've left myself a space here to see if we can bridge. Let's go. Let's try it. Okay, so we are going to need... That's where my levee's going to be. Sluice is going to be. So it needs to come out. The shortest distance would be here. Yeah, okay. This is going to take a bit of working out, so bear with me. Let's see what we've got. We need 3,000 for that. I need 1.8 for that. Let's... Oh, easy. Let's use... Need to go up one more. You can tell when I'm thinking because I don't talk a lot. Okay, let's use that. Oh, this is going to be wrong so many times, guys, but it's all part of that mock-up. It's all part of the mock-up, so... It needs to be... Oh no! Need more research. Okay, how much research? Not much more. Okay, we can carry on. Oh. Okay. We need to do that. That. And then... One, two, three, four. I've got to clear the water pumps. Okay. I've got to, okay, so we need a bit more research first. Let's just have a bit of a think about this. So I'm going to need 4 that come out, so I get 2 ones of water. I get 2 water pumps at the front. Because when this gets full, the water's got to go somewhere. So I can either waste that water and have it disappear and just drain off the map that way, or I can create a self-leveling reservoir that, when it gets full, can empty back into this by creating sluices that are controlled. Because I don't want to spend the game manually turning them on and off. I love automation. My house, I've got a smart home. I use Home Assistant. And that says a lot about me being a geek. But I've got my smart home lights, AC. It's all controlled and all automated, and I want this to be automated too. I'm obsessed with automation. Hey, look, any of you out there use Home Assistant? You want me to do some videos on that? I'd love to do it. I love sharing knowledge that way, and it's creative too. Certainly with all of my LED light strips that I have, that depending on the weather outside or the time of day, do different things. Hey, do you know what? I am not going to go down that rabbit hole in this video of how far I take automation. Let's stay on path here and work this out. So I can see in the future me making this water as well. We'll expand once this is built and working. We're going to expand it out to probably go into this area as well. It would make sense to go this way just because of what's happening here. This area is probably going to turn into food storage and water storage. We can't keep the water storage down here forever. It's just a waste of that green area. And yes, I'll be able to flood other areas once I've got the reservoir working, but we've got to remember that this colony, if everything goes wrong, and I have been hit by a 130-day drought and then 10 days of water and then another 130 days drought, that's normally an end game. If you're doing a perma, that's the end game. But we have to treat this oasis as the original oasis, that when things get really bad on the game in a later game, which they're going to do, and water becomes a nightmare, this will be the survivor colony that will just have to survive on 10 beavers, and whatever water is stored In the later game, when you get checkpoints and you get boundaries and you get multiple colonies, you have to then control what leaves and what comes in, and every colony becomes a sacrificial colony except for this one. This one will be the one that saves the game in the later game, and we have to plan that now. Otherwise, you just end up having to delete huge areas of the colony and rebuild it, start it again. And you know, I enjoy that sometimes. I've had levels, maps on this that I've played, and I've deleted colonies I've rebuilt over and over again, but I don't think that's what this series is going to be. This series will end when we build the monument to make these beavers fly away to a new destination, and then that will be the start of that colony on a new game. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. So what I'm talking about is the monuments, and it's this one. Launches pioneers to distant lands. When launched, makes the beavers in the area extra happy. Basically, they get on little gliders and they go off to far undiscovered worlds, and those far undiscovered worlds will be our cue to start a new series. But that new series will have new challenges. We'll definitely make it harder. We'll have to probably wait for another big release version. There's no point doing another one, but in the meantime, there's other games I can play, other simulations I can play. I'm a huge gamer, always have been, since I was... Do you know what? I'm not going to give away my age just yet. I'm going to let you guys guess it. The more I talk about games and what I've played and how I got here, let's see how quickly it takes you to work out how old I am. Let's do that. We'll do that. I mean, talking about Bob Ross has got nothing to do with my age. Bob Ross is a legend to any generation. I mean, Plushie's in a crane game, so that's a red herring. You can dive into that and say I'm over 70 if you want, or whatever that works out to be. But hopefully I don't sound that old just yet. Okay. Have we got enough? We're nearly there. We're nearly there to carry this on. How's everyone else doing? I did mess up the tree planting. You probably saw when I sped the video up. But I've just given up on the collecting any sap right now. We're just going to cut these trees down and use them. We'll cut those trees down to carry on the build. These are growing. We don't have enough mango fruits for me to... so a mango fruit gives you 2 logs as well. So it is a go-to. But we haven't filled up the storage area of it yet. And I don't really want to... It takes 10 days for them to become trees. And it takes another 10 days for them to start getting fruit on them. So... you chop a tree down, you've got to wait 20 days before it starts producing food again, which I don't think would be very smart right now. We actually don't need... We've got enough... I mean, we've got enough beavers. There are 2 beavers that aren't working, so I don't need to turn anything off. Everyone who can work is working. So you can see this coming into what I was talking about earlier. They're not just focusing on one. They're building the row and then building the second row. If you just build one way up on a path and they can't get to these over here. So right now, it is too far from the district and cannot be reached to build. So you could do this. And you use that path to connect across. Because they can't get down to the floor, what they will do is they will build this block. Then they will build this block. Then they will build this block and this block, this block, this block, this block, this block, this block, this block. You can see what I'm getting at. It takes them forever. Whereas if you build a path, at the same time they can build this block, 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 this block. So it just speeds up that process so much quicker. And we need this reservoir. We really need it. This reservoir will hold way more water than I can build storage. Really, I need to be building the large ones, which need 30 steel. I do have steel factories built, but they've got no power until this is built. Okay. All right. Yes. As I confidently said that, I have realized. Comment down below if you knew my mistake before I got there, but to build this we need metal blocks, and metal blocks need power, and it's not going to happen until these are on. Let's see if we can speed this up, get power to it, to build the explosive factory, to allow this to give power down the line. So there's a break in the power. These will not work without power. I either do this, or I build a fake power to this, or I build this. I can't build this without the metal blocks that this creates. So there we go. Massive lesson learned. Do we have anywhere to store? I bet we do not have any metal storage. So let's turn this into metal blocks. Can be stored there. Used to be logs, but we'll put metal blocks in that one. Trees are growing back, which is good. Let's unpause you because we need to plant more trees. Let's not make that mistake again. There we go. So now our metal blocks are being made, which means they will make the dynamite factory, which will connect this power to here. So those who haven't played, you're interested, if you click on a power train or any of these buildings, you will see it tells you the maximum power input, which is 75. It's only getting 36% of that now, because this only produces what? I can't remember. How much does that produce? It produces 300. So that needs 75, that needs 75, that needs 120, that will need 120, and that needs 75. This needs 200. So it's not enough. We need to build this to allow this to give 400 extra power to it. When you click here, you can see the network power, supply and demand. So it's supplying 314 and it needs 665 to make all of this run at 100%. So this needs to be built, and when it is, 400 extra power will be put through the network, and then these will produce what they're producing much quicker. So the game is incredibly complicated. The developers have done a great job of creating something that feels simple, really chill to play, but allows you to take it to that next step and go crazy. It's great fun. I use this game to de-stress a lot, and that's why I wanted to share it with you guys. I'm interested to see what you think and you hear. As I say, I am new to content creation. I've dabbled a little bit in the past with some of the projects that I've worked on of creating my own video. But I want this for me to be pretty chill, something to do in my downtime, and A lot of YouTube content creators, they spend hours editing their content, and that's amazing. And I would like to do videos like that in the future for special things. But for what I have time to do in my life right now, I'm exploring the basics, learning. I'm learning. As I said earlier on, and the more you'll get to know about me, I learn by doing, and I'm excited by it. So let me know how it's going below. Constructive criticism. If you're just right, you suck. I can't do anything about that. You're just trolling at that point. So I'm happy to hear the good and the bad. Let's create a community that is friendly, that we want to be part of. That will encourage me to make more. And I do play multiplayer games as well, so maybe we can have some of the community play together. Right. Okay. We can now. Build this. I need to get 2 pumps on that. That's going to be messy. I'm going to hate the way that looks. I'm gonna really hate the way that looks. Let's. Oh man, okay. I need to get 2 pumps on this. I need to get 2 pumps up here, so I need 6 across. And that other one would drive me crazy if I don't want to delete this. I'm going to need that one to do it, aren't I? Okay, well. If that's what I need, that's what I need. I think this video is coming to an end. doesn't feel like a lot of progress happened. Told you, I mean, Timberborn's a long game, but what we have done is we put the foundations in place to get us where we need to get to. And the next video, it will end with a working reservoir. So until next time, stay safe, be creative. And there's a quote that I've had for a long time, and I might make it part of my channel's cheesy saying, there is treasure all around us for those who dare create it.